See it. There we are. We're going live. Hello, everybody. I
Hello.
don't know if anybody's even in here yet. We're getting started. There we go. Brigitte, hello. We're going to allow some things to happen. It is, Friday or Saturday evening. There we go. See, I'm all...
Timelines are shifting right now, Rob. Just, we're going back and forth in time right now.
So much vibrational energy shifting with me, and that's what I'm glad we're going to be doing some of this together and be able to talk tonight. Maybe we could talk through this because I know I'm not the only one that's going through it. This vibration I'm getting.
Yeah.
Okay, pumpkin coffee only.
But it has the cappuccino milk with some sugar.
Okay. I have a cappuccino. Pumpkin.
You have a cappuccino.
Okay. So thank you very much. You could have used something else, but it's all right. But we are now live. Welcome, everybody. Hey, Christina, Brigitte, glad you are here. We're going to get this party started here pretty quick. Everybody, Becky Gregory in the house from Cosmic Insight. Becky, give me your, how does somebody contact you?
Me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So, they could. I have a website now. It still needs some tweaking. Okay, people. It's not, But anyway, it's BeTheChangeInYou.com. So, and if you need to email me, it's Rebecca Gregory, and that's REBECKA Gregory GREGORY 7 @gmail.com.
All right. Here's what I'm going to do right now. I am going to make this so Rebecca.
And I just got a download of a whole new session to do with people, which is pretty cool. So I'm pretty excited.
Okay, cool. Rebecca Gregory @gmail.com.
Rebecca Gregory 7 @gmail.com.
Okay, Becca Gregory.
Rebecca 7.
Okay. All right, hold on. Let me get caught up. CKA Rebecca Gregory 7
@gmail.com.
@gmail.com. And so your website's not up right, or it is?
No, it is right, but I still have to tweak some things in it. So I got to finish a couple things. But
let's do that. But here's
what
we're going to do.
Like we all are. So when it's ready, it'll be complete.
There we go. So that's how people get
GREGORY. GREGORY, not GREOGRY.
Okay, hold on. Let me do it.
It's all
RE what?
GREG.
Oh, I see. Yep. There we go. Fat fingered it.
Don't worry about it.
There we go. Boom. That way you can scroll down there and people know how to get hold of you. They know how to get hold of me, and we're off to the races on this thing.
Yeah. And also you can do our show too, Cosmic Insight with Hillis, who I see had just jumped on as well. So hey, Hillis.
Good to see you, Hillis. Glad you are here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I was so glad to be able to do a reading for you the other day. I appreciate you being in. I appreciate you being here. Bruce, welcome in. Bangarang, glad you're here. We're getting this party started. More people coming through the door, seeing what's happened. Yeah, I wish Hillis could have joined us on the trip. That would have been fun, but things happen, life happens, and we will move on. Me, you, and Rocky are going to have a ball with everybody else. Brigitte might do some reading. Don't know yet. If I push some pendulum stuff. Gillian might do some runes and things like that.
Well, you've been saying she's doing those runes, and I'm expecting the runes. So
okay, so shot fired across the bow there, Miss Gillian. Okay, she's sitting over here.
I know she is.
That way. Yeah, so that's
for runes.
Yeah, she's trying to teach me the runes. My problem is I think my memory banks are full. I just and she bought one that coincides with the tarot for me, so that helps. But it's just I can't get it. I think I'm just freaking old.
You just gotta remember,
huh?
Just you gotta step back into those Nordic days. Just remember, it's all there.
That's it. Get my Viking going.
Get your Viking on.
Get my Viking on. Arr, Arr, got my sword. Everything's going to be moving. Things are going to be doing. What are you looking forward to the most in Cancun?
Relaxing.
Okay.
As I was saying before, I'm taking a vacation from myself.
There you go.
In that I have been doing, I've been on a journey for a while. Nobody probably really knows unless they listen to the show that, I've been on the road for the last 4 weeks or so in my car on this just amazing, basically life journey. I seem to do this to myself. When I go through transformation within me to move to the next level of me, I just set myself on these trips that just it just, yeah. So I'm coming out of that, and I really realized I needed to sit back, and I really need to, because every journey I usually go on, it's, digging deep, digging into my soul, looking into just deep diving within me just to clear everything out. And I really need just to sit back, relax, enjoy, hang out, and just let things flow and take a real vacation from just,
I was telling people on the show, just because people are enlightened or some people are more in touch with their senses and spirit than others doesn't mean they're not human. We get tired, we get agitated, we get frustrated. And it takes, like you said, you got my back. You'll poke me when I get off, because I'm going through some stuff right now.
Yeah.
And it has thrown me off. One of the best things has been my show, because it forces me to get back into that gratitude, that positive mindset, things like that. So everybody gets tired, and people need to understand that. My wife has to tell me, excuse me, what would you tell one of your clients? Oh, okay, you're right. Time to chill out.
I know.
But the nice thing I do find is, by being in tune with it and making it such a part of my life as I have, and I know like you have, is once I get a little twisted, it's easier to get untwisted.
Oh, yeah.
Because we can recognize it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what's going on. Hey, we got some. Cynthia just popped in. Hi, Rob and Rebecca. Hope you are both having a great night. It is awesome. Much love to you both. Could I ask if my Hank has any messages for me? Thanks. Yes, you absolutely can. I would like to start this out with a blessing, if you don't mind. Or would you like to start with a blessing?
You can go ahead.
Okay. Helps keep me in check, gets my mind back where it needs to be. Our most gracious and loving Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, one and the same, the feminine spirit. Thank you for the angels, the guides, and universe. Thank you for everything that you do for us energetically and reminding us we're not alone. We have magic, we have spirit, and all we have to do is reach out and be in touch. Open our hearts and minds to the messages we have tonight. Raise our vibrational frequencies. I know Becky is going to drive them up. I love when she gets in tune with those frequencies. And we're going to move on. Keep me out of the picture. And there we go. So mote it be. All right.
And I do want to say one thing before we get going into readings, with what you were saying before, Rob, going into relaxing and taking a break and all that. The universe is so funny the way it sets things up. We as humans make everything so difficult. But everything that we require in our world is right in front of us. In saying that, what are we called? Human beings.
That's right.
Our job on this planet is to learn to be.
To be. Exactly.
Oh, thank you, God. To be, all the doing just automatically happens and the flow happens. So I love how the universe sets things up to make it so simple, yet us as humans are in this experience that just got to difficult it all up and just create chaos with it when we really don't have to.
I agree. And I think it's funny that you say that, because 2 or 3 times in the broadcast this week, I've been telling people, we have to just let things go. When we see these problems, we talk about obstacles and problems. We make them obstacles and problems because they're blocking some personal goal we have set. If it's not blocking a goal, it's not an obstacle. And they're put there for us to learn, or to actually sometimes take us off the path we think we need to be on and put us on the path we're supposed to be on. Correct. So I firmly believe, go with the flow. It's huge, huge, huge. In that, I just got told I'm going to pull. Huh?
I was saying, now the universe is kicking us at a new level of sitting back, trusting and surrender, and having the faith and staying in that space. And it's,
I hadn't heard that before. And you and I were talking right before the show. Explain, if you would, to people, because I think you're right. And I think that's one of the things, especially men are having a problem with right now, is we're moving into a new more feminine energy. And for people that are really strong in the masculine, I was just telling my wife, I put my stuff out, my stones out in the moonlight, to get them all in the full moon we just had. But I really felt like I should have put them out in the sunlight. And I'm going to redo this and rebake in the masculine energy. And is that me saying I'm feeling this shift and I don't understand it?
Exactly. What were you conditioned? What were all men conditioned on this planet to be like? And women as well, because the women got pushed into that masculinity, and now this huge, massive shift is happening and people are freaking out because we are moving in a divine feminine energy, if we like it or not. And as I said, I think men are really struggling because they've been so conditioned to be this way, to act this way, how to take this on, no crying, no this, no that. And now all of a sudden it's like, oh, I can cry. I can express myself. I can do this. And that uncomfortableness, I think that's why a lot of men are struggling right now because it's uncomfortable. You're being pushed out of your comfort zone of the masculinity of who you are. And only thing that needs to happen is merge those together, just as the female has the feminine side, but also the masculine. So we're like balancing it as well, but it's just two different coins because as the figurehead of and the energy, but the energy is both there on both sexes. It's just balancing those within yourself on which is out of balance.
And I couldn't agree more. And one of the things I got here while we're talking about this, I pulled from the Sacred Rebels, Oracle deck. And what I got was defend to the end that which is worthwhile. It's a 5. And look at the energy radiating from this beautiful woman, the priestess, the goddess, what's going on here. And then amazingly, when I pulled another card for a clarifier, look at this.
Exactly.
What do you feel? And look at what we have here. We have the earth, but we have the moon. We have all of this feminine energy moving around us, even the fruit and the apple. All of these things are here. And what are you feeling? So these energy frequencies are changing. And we have to remember, and sometimes I think we're actually confused about, wait a minute, what do I need to stand up for? What do I need to, fight for? What's worthwhile? And I think in that, some of us are getting caught up in fights we don't need to be in.
No.
Exactly. Just be.
And I learned a beautiful Jason Estes. I don't know if you listen to him. He had something he posted the other day, and I've been using it ever since. And I think it's brilliant. So I'm going to share it. We were so caught up into the I am, and it's switching that I am blank, like I am angry, or what we're claiming as the I am, to blank is present. So it is like anger is present. So we're not claiming it as part of who we are. We are saying we are present right now. And in that anger, in this moment, I am feeling in my body guilt, shame, whatever, it trickles down from that. But it's at a new space of just being aware of that, to feel it, to know it's part of your human experience, but it's not part of who you are.
Gotcha. Okay. That makes sense.
We don't have to hold it and carry it anymore. We move away from it and stand in the enlightenment and the beingness of who we truly are. But yet we still have to ground into the human experience that we're here to have.
Gotcha.
Anyhow, enough of that.
No, there we go. I appreciate it. Sometimes we need to minister to each other, And
these talks need to happen, Rob. I mean, these talks need to happen because talks like this, could help somebody sitting at home like, oh my gosh, now I get it. Oh my gosh, that's what I'm experiencing. And if we don't express being out here doing this, then, that's what we're all here to do. Read cards and help people and assist people move forward because we're all in this together.
You got it.
And I'm going to shush now. I had coffee. Okay. I had too much coffee. See, I had my little coffee cup there.
And see, I'm having coffee. I had too much wine last night.
My mouth runs over when I have too much coffee.
I got really, really comfortable last night on the show, and it was fun, But tonight I'm ready to just kind of be, and see. Cynthia, what I'm seeing, I am really getting that Hank is present, that Hank is there. While Becky and I were talking, I pulled a couple of cards from my Lightseers tarot deck. And Becky, if you can tune into something here, what I'm getting is there something you're worried about? Because Hank doesn't want you to worry. He's saying you are smart. There's a problem that's coming up. But what I got is the 6 of Wands. Look at this woman standing proud, claiming her victory, standing tall, and saying you can beat this. And what I'm really getting is Hank is here to remind you how strong and how smart you are, that you've got this. Even if it's a money problem, we got the 6 of Pentacles. Money's going to change hands. You're not, you don't have to panic every time you got to write a check. Okay. But you're smart to understand what's going on. And Hank wants you to stop worrying, is what I am picking up. Becky, have you got anything here on this?
Was Hank her husband?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Actually, I did a joke card, and I'm just feeling. I just want to feel into him real quick because I just feel like, he was a very strong man. I'm feeling that he was a very strong man, and he cared for her a lot. But you know what came through? I drew a card too, which is really funny what you say. I drew this fairy card that says "Get some exercise," but the bottom of it.
I'm always telling her get out in the sun. That's good.
The bottom say, as your body becomes stronger, you begin to feel stronger in all ways, and that's what I'm kind of feeling like right now. I'm just feeling like he's sending you strength. I'm just feeling this huge arms. Like, was he a big man? Can she answer? I don't know, or maybe
no, she didn't answer that yet.
Okay, yeah, I'm just feeling this huge pillar of strength, and he wants you to stand in your own strength and allow everything just to kind of be. And that's what I'm feeling right now. Just you've got this. And I don't know if you work with children. I'm feeling something around children, so I don't know if that has anything to do with anything.
What was going on? When Hank passed, I was doing a reading for her, and all of a sudden I got the children. Okay. And what Hank is doing, all right, Cynthia, Hank's here. Okay. Holy crap. All right, Hank, go to her. Okay. I got you, buddy. We got you. But Hank, they didn't have any grandchildren. They don't have any grandchildren. They only had one son. And Hank wasn't real big on children. He loved them. Okay. But, you know, a lot of little children, things like that. He was concerned with life. One of the things he has picked up on is helping children transition. I have gotten that with him very well. And it's funny that we're talking about Hank and you're talking about the children. He will actually bring children to see Cynthia. Okay. And if he's on a mission or running around doing whatever he's doing, sometimes the children will come back to see Cynthia. Okay. So you hitting on the children, that's dead on, especially with Hank, because he has made these children, especially children that have died either unexpectedly. Most children die unexpectedly, but from abuse, from neglect, something where they don't understand it. He helps them and comforts them, and he has found great joy in doing that, and he likes to show it to Cynthia.
What coming through right now? I was feeling into the pillar, and I'm like, what does this pillar mean? What is? And what came through, Cynthia? If you're listening right now, he said, I'm just hearing, be the pillar of light, my dear. Be the pillar of light.
That's it. Wow.
Whew.
Inner trust. Inner trust. You have connect with spirit. This card is a number 2. What I want you to do, Cynthia, is there to remind yourself to trust yourself. The further you get away and the more you go through life, you're going to heal more and more every day. And you and I have talked, you will never be over the grief of somebody you have been with for 30 plus years. It's not going to go away ever, but you will learn to deal with it. Grief will take its stages and it will morph, it will change, but Hank will always be with you. But each day it will become easier the further away you get, different things like that. And it gets back to just what I was saying. Trust yourself. Look at all these female cards you're getting. Wow. Did we jump off on that tonight or what?
You brought me into the picture.
There we go. There we go. Need that feminine energy tagging in.
You know what? My journey I just went on. That was the huge message I got. That's why it's so prevalent in my world right now was, I won't tell the story of why I got this, but it was literally me balancing my masculine and feminine and bringing those up. And that's what my journey was all about.
And you know what? I think that's what I need. I really think I have to balance my masculine and feminine. It has felt so good to be out in the sun. I don't want to be in the house. All right. And normally I'd rather be in the house and be out at night. And now it's like,
oh, Rob, down in Mexico, I'm going to have you singing with the trees with me.
There we go. There we go. I would love to do it. Hank was 5'7". Okay.
Yeah,
but he was the pillar of this family. And one of the things I know you're right on with this pillar, he wants her to understand she is strong and she has more strength than she realizes. And she can do this, you know? So I think you're dead on. I think you got that dead on. So, Cynthia, Make it happen. Get out in the sun. You saw the card. Get outside. Go see the butterflies. Time to become,
Tree hugger.
metamorph, things like that. What's that?
That's a time to become a tree hugger.
Be a tree hugger. Be a tree hugger. Are you going to be doing some karaoke, Becky,
What?
at the
Me?
in Cancun?
Oh my gosh, I haven't done karaoke in years.
Me and
I
Rocky were doing
these
karaoke. My daughter and I are doing karaoke. So get
I like
something.
to sing Nancy Sinatra. These boots are made for walking.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
I'll do
Maybe
karaoke.
we get Rocky to do that one. Rocky's got quite a voice.
Oh yeah.
So there we go. Brenda Ross, hi. I was wondering if you can pull cards on what my mother, who has passed the advice about the trust that was left to my sister and I. Thank you, Brenda. Okay. I was wondering if you could pull cards on what my mother, who has passed the advice. So are you wanting your mother's advice on the trust? Is that I'm not quite understanding, Brenda, and I want to make sure I'm getting this question right. Or do you feel like she's given advice to your sister and you need to know what that advice is? Let me know. Do you have a poll on this one, Becky?
I'm kind of a little confused too. Has passed the advice about the trust was left to his sister. Is there something going on with you? I'm feeling like there's like some friction between the sisters.
Gotcha.
But I don't know exactly what she's advice to what. I'm feeling maybe one wants to do one thing and another one wants to do the other thing. And there's a lot of protection energy around it, but I'm not sure. Yes, the advice my mom would give. So what?
Okay, the advice. Okay, that she would give to you about the trust. That's what I'm getting. Okay, so we're just going to go with what I see. What advice would her mom give about the trust? Well, let me tell you something. Depending on the trust, there's not much you can do about a trust. Now I'm going to just hit you from the legal. That's the purpose of a trust. Okay. The trust is like running I tell people all the time in dealings I've had with attorneys and whatnot, living our wills are meant to be there. Can be contested, overturned, ruled, different things like that. A trust is like running your estate from the grave. So I don't know exactly what would be going on there about the advice of the trust, unless she made the mistake of leaving everything to you 50% to each other. And now you're arguing over who gets what, or like the house goes to the girls, who gets the house, that type of thing. And before I get into that, some of that you're going to need to take the trust to an attorney and have an attorney interpret that trust. I think that's going to be, because I could sit here and tell you a whole bunch of crap. And at this point, unfortunately, even your mother could be saying, do it this way, do it this way. But if the trust wasn't worded properly, it's going to be what the court says. The court doesn't even want your mother's advice. They're going to read this document and say, this is what the trust says. This is what they set forth. Where are you going, Becky? I'm going to pull some cards. But just from an ethical standpoint, you need to have an attorney review the trust. That's what's going on. Okay. But I'll pull cards.
Trying to steal the money, not my sister. It is a cousin.
Feel someone is trying to steal the money, not my sister. It is a cousin. Who's in charge of the trust? That's going to be the thing. All right.
Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. That's and I feel like so what I'm feeling, I'm just going to tell you what I'm feeling around this. So, that's all legal stuff. I don't want to get into that.
Right. That's why I'm saying ethically go talk to an attorney.
And I don't like, I really want to do things. I don't like to do that. But what I will tell you is I'm feeling like what is happening right now is something in the dynamics of your household that you need to look at. So this doesn't have anything to do with the trust. This has to do with family dynamics. And this has to do with stepping back to forgive and open up to another place. And only thing I'm feeling around it, no matter what outlays, you've got to let go and trust that your future is protected and everything is taken care of. And the spirits and the guides and your mother are protecting everything that's unfolding right now. However, this is part of your journey of learning to forgive and reconciling and not holding on to stuff that has been placed in the past, and I could kind of attest this. I'm kind of really relating to this because I just went through the same experience. So I can tell personally. I think personally too. This is I can connect to this as well. So
Right.
and that's what I had to do. So I think that's coming through, and that's why this question came up. Now it is because you just have to trust and open and surrender, because the trust will be taken care of, and everything. Once again, we talked earlier about faith, trust, and surrender, and forgiving yourself, and also opening up to know that everything will be okay, and you don't have to put any energy onto the cousin, or and make amends. And if they're going to be how they're going to be, you've just got to cut the cords and allow that to be.
Exactly. Very good. Very good. I did pull on the trust and just on the issue to say, I want you to understand the first card I got as the shadow card was the world, and it was upright. This is all going to work out. It's going to spell out the way it was supposed to be done because the document is set. There we go. All right. Fortune's Wheel of Fortunes. There we go. There are things that are going to change. This is all going to work out for you, Brenda. Just take the trust to an attorney, have them go over it, and they will explain to you exactly what's going to be done, who does what, who gets where, and all of that. It should be spelled out in the trust. At that point, what I got is, don't worry about it so much. The Queen of Pentacles, take charge yourself and go look at, do the right thing. The Queen of Pentacles, she goes to an attorney. She says, I have a problem in my home world. I'm going to bring my counsel in, and I'm going to listen to my counsel. Right now, everybody's got an opinion, and I got the Hangman upside down. And as bad as I hate to say it, nobody's opinion matters. So what I'm feeling is this friction, because the family members are debating this trust, rather than just going, we'll take it to an attorney and let him tell us, what's supposed to happen. That's what it is. It's supposed to have been spelled out very clear or whatnot. The nice thing is, if it's a true trust, I can tell you this, your sister can't slip in, or the cousin can't slip in and change. It's in stone. This is what's going to happen. Now, she can try to con your sister or you into what you do with what you two do with the trust. Okay? That's it. This is not a will. You cannot contest a trust. You can contest a will. So that's why I tell everybody, everything in a trust. Spend the extra money. Do it right. So, but you're going to be okay. And that, don't let this tear a family apart. I've seen that happen. And I think that's some of what Becky's picking up on. Stand your ground. Know what you're doing. Take the thing to an attorney, get an attorney's opinion, and then sit down with both of them and say, here's the deal. Do you want to be at the attorney when the attorney tells us what we need to do? It's that simple. And don't overcomplicate this thing. Don't bring more negative energy and catastrophize about it and be seeing the worst, when a trust is a trust is a trust. Okay.
And just trust.
What's that?
And just trust.
And just trust. Let it go. Okay. I do see you coming out of this. Okay. I do see you just going to have to not worry so much about it, but you do need to get another opinion from the legal system is what I'm actually getting. And that's where I'm going. The star upside down. All of these cards are upside down because we kind of lost direction. All right. And we're so focused on the trust, we forget to focus on the hope, everything that's there, what can be. So the only card that came right side up was your shadow card, which was the world, which is a beautiful place and showing it's going to be all right. It's all going to be okay. You go to bed tonight, rest, give that a rest. Monday morning, hey, who's got the trust? Where is the trust? Get a copy of it. If you're in it, you need a copy. You need your own copy of it anyways. Just that simple. Okay. So make that happen. Let us know. Brenda, I'd love to hear more about what's going on there. All right. So you can hit me or Becky up. If you want a reading with me, it's tarotwithanAttitude.com. If you want a reading with Becky, Rebecca Gregory, it's scrolling around right here. Rebecca Gregory 7@gmail.com. And you know what? If you'd like to have a reading with both of us, just shoot either one of us an email and we will be glad to figure it out. We'll work it out, and we'll do a double reading for you at the same time. It's
But
just going to be one of those things. Our calendars, Becky and I got to get together and get timing together. So what's that, Becky?
Oh, I say, but I have my unorthodox sound part of it. So
hey, I'm game. Matter of fact, we're kind of at a point here. I were telling some people, and so I want you to explain that more. And is that what I gathered is you actually tune in to frequencies and you're kind of mimicking the sounds or getting on the frequency, of what you're actually picking up, and you're able to emulate that. Does that explain that, or did I butcher it up?
No, you didn't butcher it all. I mean, that's a great explanation of it. It's just something that was gifted to me a few years ago. It's been developing, and I just tap in, and these frequencies come through me through my hands. I know from what I've been told, sitting in meditation, I do plant medicine. The plants, energies, and spirits come through me, and it's just kind of recalibrates your DNA and just kind of like move stuff out really fast and just get you in place of peace. I don't really have an explanation for it. I just know this is my gift. I'm developing it. I'm learning as I grow, and I've got to trust and surrender and just open to present it.
There you go. Perfect.
And it's interesting. Some people are like, what the heck's happening? Other people are like, oh my gosh, so depending on where you are and what's going on, it could like freak some people out. It gets a little out there sometimes. You never know what's going on.
I remember the first time I heard it, we were supposed to be praying or whatnot. And it completely nobody warned me up front. And so I was like, what?
Oh, hold on.
See, that sounds just like you're imitating your cell phone.
Oh, that was my mother called it. Speaking of, things going on. Now I can't find you. Where'd you go? Oh, my phone. Okay, what happened? Oh, there you are. We're back. My mother called in, and I'm like, it's through my computer. So yeah.
Okay.
So mom's calling in. She's checking in.
Yeah, Gillian said, "Hi, Mom." See what's happening. So
that was so funny when you did that, because I saw your face. I'm like, I think I really freaked Rob out a little bit with that. I don't think he was expecting all that.
Yeah, and I was embarrassed because I started snickering. It was one of those.
Laugh, because some of the sounds I laugh at myself inside. I'm like, seriously? You want this to come out of me? Okay. I mean, I just go with whatever comes, and I do. I mean, on the back of my mind when I'm doing this, like sometimes I'm just like, you've got to be okay.
Yeah. But laughter is a good thing. It's
laughter.
Healing. It is one of the best things we can do. I was telling people the other day, people like, Rob, sometimes you get so sacrilegious. No, God knows my heart. And I don't mean any of it, but I actually, and we were talking about this either this morning or yesterday or whatnot. When Jesus walked the earth as a master, there's nothing in the Bible about him telling any jokes. But you can't tell me he walked 33 years on this earth and didn't tell a joke. That he didn't make somebody laugh. He didn't make somebody smile. It's one of those things. I can totally see him walking behind Peter and stepping on his robe just to make him go, whoa, and he was a human. And that is, so I think he understands when we mean the disrespect and respect. And I firmly believe that's one of the reasons I'm still alive, because Jesus went to God and said, don't kill him yet. This is getting too good. We got to see what this fool's going to do next. Okay.
And so true. I mean, look at the freaking universe. It is a big joke. I mean, you sit back and look at the funny little things the universe does. It's really funny. I mean, the universe has the biggest joke, and who created the universe. Yeah. So I firmly agree with you. He's up there laughing. Hey, look what they're doing now.
I got you. Hey, Bridget, we were having a conversation about this, and you know what? I understand. If you're not feeling it, you're not feeling it. I get it. It's one of those things. Hopefully by being around us, you'll be able to pick back up and find something, or be around Becky and Rocky and things like that. We were talking about this, that a lot of people are not getting it. There is a bad vibrational frequency change.
Yes.
And things are happening. And I've told people all along, And Becky, I'd like to know if you agree with me or not. You know, this year, the energy was a 5. Everybody thought this year was going to be great after last year. And actually, I thought last year was a pretty damn good year, except for a few people that were really adversely affected by this whole COVID thing. And I'm not going to get into the politics of it, but there are a lot of people actually made more money, got to work from home, changed your life, and it did some very positive things for a lot of people. Took money off the plate from student loans, put money back on the plate, those different things. But I told people at the end of 2020 and going into this year, so many people were predicting it's going to be a great year. We're busting out of it. I'm like, no, it's not. It's a 5. I'm a 5. You know, my life path number is a 5. So it's instability, it's conflict, but it is about hitting it head on and a lot of passion and desire and love and things like that. But next year, as I'm predicting, so we're coming to the end of 2021. It's the tail end of the year. Winter's setting in. The fall is here. Things are dying, and so is the energy of this 5. And I think it's going to try to explode. And I think things are going to get a little worse before they get better towards the end of the year. It's going to be harder to stay in balance and in tune. That's why I'm preaching very hard about people. Make sure what you're putting out, bangarang, what you're putting out, because that's what you're going to get back. Because as we move into 2022, a year of the 6, now we're going to have the energy to break through. Next year is the year to break through or whatnot. But you've got to be in that frame of mind. So, yeah, I think the rest of this year could be a little painful for people. What do you think?
I mean, I firmly agree. And I don't want to look at it as being painful. We are in a transformation, a transmutation, a total, our humanity has never, ever been at this space, in this place we are right now. I mean, we are recreating a new world in this moment right now. And we, and we signed up to be here now. And everybody, so, when you start thinking, oh my God, it's so horrible, be like, oh man, I jumped down the tube in that birth that time. I signed up to be here. So I guess I know I could do this. So look what badasses we really are to be here in this time.
You got it.
Remember what badasses we are to choose to be here in this time of humanity. That look back, that's going to be the history books of the time that the planet changed to something new.
And you know what?
And I
have said all along, I think if the world ends, okay, I almost feel it will do it in our lifetime. Because look at everything we have watched progress on this planet in our lifetime. And I'm older than you are, so from where we went 1962 to where we are now, 6 people just flew to space without a freaking astronaut on board. That's incredible. Yeah. What that's telling us is we don't need if I was an astronaut, I'd be like, oh shit, job security. Yeah. I thought I was pretty secure being an astronaut. Now they're letting people go. You know what? I got a feeling in the next 10 years, we'll see space traveler needed on Indeed. Not just to be silly, but so much we have watched. We watched this nation turn 200 years. We're going to be able to see it turn 250. So much in this earth and technology and energy and thought process and rebirth. This is painful.
Yeah, but you have to go through that. I mean, you have to go through that process in order to bring in this beautiful new world that we're creating. And just hold on to the ride and stay grounded in yourself. Give yourself a break. Know that the energies are tough. If things are getting on your nerves, go sit outside in nature. Nature's your key. Nature's your number one helper right now. Sit outside on the grass. They'll do more for you than anything else.
Yes. And that's funny that you say that. I've been telling people, get in the sun, the vitamin D, the whole thing, but it's going to change your perspective. Yeah. Feel that sun radiating on your skin, Deloris just popped in. Deloris, good evening. Didn't get a notification, got distracted watching crochet tutorial. Exciting night at the Kornya house. Okay. But
I think it's
now you and Brigitte have something to talk about. There we go. There we go. So welcome in, Bangarang. Glad you're here, Deloris. Thank you for joining in. We'll see where we're going here. Any questions? If people have questions about some of the stuff we're talking about, love to see you put them in.
Yeah.
Love to see what happened. Let's talk about them. We know this was kind of last minute. We threw it together in just a couple of days. And I don't think the notifications went out like they should have, but hey, we're here. We'll see what's happening. Mainstream media. Mainstream media says these people went into space without an astronaut. I don't believe everything I see and hear. You know what? This one I believe. I'm sorry, being where I'm at, where I'm located, and kind of knowing people that work there. Yeah, this one I kind of believe, but that's up to you. That's cool. Let's see what's happening. It doesn't mean that they weren't trained, okay, about how to do certain things and certain things happen. But also, what I loved, I sat down and watched this whole thing about the new design of the capsule they're in. The controls, even the astronauts, literally do nothing except in the case of emergency. It's all controlled through AI, through the people on the ground, everything else. They're only there pushing buttons when told to push buttons. And the panels, Becky, you remember the old, there were switches, and look at Apollo 13. Everybody's, switches everywhere, all these computers. And now it was literally two panels. Yeah. Literally two panels in that shuttle. The way he's got that thing designed now, it's minimal involvement.
But what's really funny about that, Rob, look at what she says. Went to space and without an astronaut. Who cares if there's an astronaut or not? People went to space.
That's it. That's it.
William Shatner went to space.
Yeah. William Shatner, Captain Kirk, he went to space.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and everybody's like, I think that's the thing. You know what? I hope for God that he did. If anybody deserves that, William Shatner deserved that. So, that's just one of those things. So, Bridget's like, I'm not sure about sitting in the grass in Florida. You got to be careful.
Bridget.
Huh?
I said, I feel her on that. This is not grass in Florida.
No, I'm very fortunate because they brought in the St. Augustine grass. It's all kept. I ain't got to do nothing. My lazy ass, I got a fleet of people that come around and the sprinkler systems and all that. So I do get to walk out back and be barefoot and sit next to the lake, very fortunate in that. So there are places, but it's not.
Else.
What's that?
I was saying she can find a tree or something else. So
right. I'm so pissed off because somebody reported we had gators in the lake, and I know that there'll be more coming, things like that. But one of these old farts, they're nuisance gators. It was on the bank. They never go more than 3 feet up the bank. They get in the sun and then they drop back in the water. And they called in the gator people, and my gator, they freaking captured it and removed it. And now there's no gators out there right now. They'll be back.
Come visit me up in Jacksonville. Take care of the Hannah Park. It's the big one, big boy.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. So that's it. So that's what's going on. So yeah, what a wonderful time we're living in. As much as this is stressful, things like that. Mm-hmm. What do you have as a recommendation for people, to get through this year and into next year, keeping their sanity? What's your advice?
My advice, once again, is nature. I think it's very important now to get in the stillness of yourself and not even do the inner work. Am I getting a feedback all of a sudden?
I don't hear it.
I do. Does anybody else hear it?
We'll see if anybody else is hearing it because I am not hearing it.
Okay, maybe it's just me. But yeah, I think it's really important right now to stay in the stillness of you and to really take the time to meditate, take the time to be aware of what's triggering you, know to walk away, and it's okay. And don't take things personally. David said there's feedback. Maybe it's from my husband. I don't hear it anymore. But it's really.
And Bridget is saying yes, she does too.
Okay, should I? Is it still?
It might be me. Remember, I told you at the beginning. It might be me. I don't know.
I don't hear it anymore. Is it still there, guys? I don't know, we'll see. And if it's, then we'll just regroup. But yeah, I think that's the main important thing. And breathe. And, also kind of take stock in your world And know it's okay to walk. Yeah, I don't hear it anymore. Know it's okay to walk away from people, that aren't resonate where you are. We don't have to, you don't have to fight with everyone. Know that, set those boundaries with yourself. And one of the biggest questions I always ask myself, and I really kind of follow it, is, I walk around and ask, is this honoring me? And if
Okay.
no, then I walk away. So you can stay in the truth of who you are. And that's the key. And just trusting and surrendering, allow things to stop trying to control everything, because everything's going to work out the way it's going to be. No matter, and the more you control it, the more you're fighting against the grain and the more stuff is going to fall apart around you. But when you can become the clarity in the chaos, that's where you need to be. And you all can do that.
And my wife keeps reminding me of that with some things I have going on. I'm so wrapped up and I'm very good about, once I get through a portion of the day, remembering, don't know what tomorrow is going to bring, so you better enjoy today.
Mhm.
All right. And what happens with some of this stuff is completely out of my control.
Correct.
So why am I going to sit here and be miserable, make other people miserable, drag everything down? Because I know, guess what? I've been through crap before. I'm an overcomer.
Yeah.
Well, I'll shift gears and move to something different, whatever I need to do to deal with some of this stuff.
Exactly.
I don't quit. So that's going to be one of those things. I think you're right. I think that is something that every one of us need to hear, is that reminder of, we don't know what's going to happen.
No.
We can't control everything. And the universe is there. I saw a great card the other day, is remember, we're supposed to be, life is a mystery. You don't know what's around the corner. And either you're going to enjoy the book and see what happens as an outcome, or you're going to be petrified through the remainder of your life because you're trying to control and your fear of the unknown is going to dominate you.
And you hit it right on the knob. Right now, we are in the war of fear versus love.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
And I want to tell you real quick, when you're talking about life happens, I just took this 4-week journey that, on my journey, I think I shared with you, I was driving through, and I'm telling everybody this story because it's too freaking crazy. I'm driving through a community gate I had a little new cab travel trailer, and I'm driving through the community gate and it closed on me and destroyed my trailer. Talk about being thrown out of, then I had to drive it all the way up to Ohio to drop it off at the factory, which then sent me on a whole trajectory to go to New York to do ceremony up in Socrates and the Catskills in New York. So that happening to me was like the universe, nope, you think you're going this way. We need this. We need you to go here.
And that goes back to what I was talking about earlier with the obstacles.
Mm-hmm.
Many people see that. It hits them hard. It hits them down. My plans are all gone. But those are the things Spirit's going, I got a better plan for you.
Yeah.
And it did. It threw you on a complete different trajectory.
It sent me to New York. It sent me after New York. I drove through New York City in the clarity with the chaos going around me. And I had that. And then it sent me home to my mother, who I had been working through a lot of stuff. I hadn't been home in probably 3-4 years. And that I was able to heal enough. And I had this beautiful healing with my mother and just changed everything in our world. And so even when chaos happens, people, just open to it and surrender to it and just move through it. Don't get upset about it. Don't let it take you over, because that's what it wants. It wants to win. And we have to surrender to it and say, I'm in the love of it, and just flow with it, and everything will work out.
One of the things I got here in looking at that while you were talking, and again, all the feminine energy of this card is kind of crazy. It's the legacy of light. And we go from the child to the woman to the crone. Okay. And it is that reminder that as the ancestors, if we look, this light is radiating, it's coming down, but it's also going up. I feel it going up and out. Everything is there. We have our ancestors we can talk to. We have different things. The universe, the energy is there to help us. And this new feminine energy is striving. I would say this, women, be careful what you wish for. because now you wanted to be the leaders. You wanted to show us. Now you got a heavy responsibility in this feminine energy to help us old idiots through, you know? So,
And it's the women as well. It's not just men, it's women. We all need to come together and help support each other.
absolutely.
And that's the key. Co-create
Absolutely.
together and support each other and hold space for each other. Don't judge people and allow people to have their own expression, because everybody's story is different. And they're allowed to stem from what their story is without judgment.
Absolutely. That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Now you're getting
Deloris
here.
wants to know about the paintings. Tell her a little bit about your paintings behind you.
Oh, my
Okay.
paintings. Yes, those are my spirit paintings I do. And yes, I don't know what I'm doing. I've been making them for a while. I've sold a couple. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do with them. I'm going to make a book with them and do some oracle cards with them. So, and I might get them printed. So yes, they are my paintings, Deloris. Thank you so much. And I do paint them for people. I've commissioned a few. So, and I'll step in and I do a message with them and everything and download a message, and they're layered work. So there's probably like 6 or 7 layers there. So they move through and they shapeshift. People who have my paintings are like, Becky, your painting's changing. Like
The one over your right shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Twice tonight, I've seen the heart pulse. Twice, and I don't know if it was just the energy radiating out and it affected my vision, but twice I could have seen that. I know I saw that heart pulse.
I believe it. I get crazy things happen with these paintings.
Yeah. So, yeah, they're beautiful. Things like that.
You.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So they'll be going out in the world whatever way. But thank you so much, Deloris. It touches my heart that you noticed them. So thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, you know what? I think this is a good time. And I'm finally going to get to meet your husband. We're going to get to meet in person. Yes. And I'm looking so forward to that. That's what's happening. And so I'm so excited for next week, Mm-hmm. So excited. It's been seemed like a long time ago we started doing this, and it's here, you know?
It is
and then
here.
The time just flew. But we're going to have a good time. I'm so anxious to meet your husband. Okay. I am so anxious to meet people and actually, reach out, get a hug, and feel that energy and exchange of energy with people that are like-minded and things like that. It's going to be awesome. I think this might be a good time to wrap tonight up. Is there something you want to pass on before we leave?
First, I want to thank you for coming into my world, and so much gratitude to you for inviting me along to Mexico. It really touched my heart. You asked me, and Bangarang, you're fabulous, and I want you to know that. And you got
Bangarang. If people live in the Bangarang world, I've done my job. If this catches on and people will go, what I put out is what I'm getting back. That's the whole purpose of it.
I am feeling if you were up for it, because I don't want to scare you again.
You didn't scare me. It just took me off guard. But
would you like me? I'm really feeling with everybody kind of off sorts, just a little bit of sound for maybe a minute, just to kind of bring everyone in, and ground them in. If you're okay with that, I want to,
absolutely.
If everybody's okay with that, if they like to experience that.
Well, if they're not okay with it, they've got a I can leave button. Okay.
I can leave button. So
I can leave button. I believe I can leave,
Oh, I can't leave. No, I'm just feeling the energy that they're just, I'm not just, it's really pressure right now. They're like, hello. Yes.
Yeah. So is there anything you need me to do or just support you spiritually?
No, you don't
feel like I'm a little out of water on this. I'm going to turn it over to you.
No, the only thing you need to do is just sit back. Everybody, this is vibration, sound, whatever you want to do. Don't get caught up on the sounds because some of them can be a little interesting. It's just frequency and vibration. And just, remember we're all water. And vibration and frequency moves through water and emotion. We're all emotional right now. We're moving through that water right now. So frequency helps to move things out. And that's why I've been gifted this right now. I don't know what level. I can get pretty high up there depending. I don't think tonight I'll get too high. I can really tap into some frequencies. So
whatever happens, happens.
It happens. I'm just going to do a couple minutes, but I just want everybody right now just to take a deep breath. And everybody right now, just imagine just a beautiful light ray just coming straight down from your crown, all the way down your body, just rinsing off, allowing your body to relax in this moment. Feeling it moving down, so moving the energy down, going out the bottom of your feet just to ground you into that beautiful crystalline grid of Mother Earth, because she is here to hold us. And we don't have to worry about her because she knows how to handle herself. Right now, we are responsible for taking care of us and finding the love inside of our hearts, which is very important right now for everybody that's listening to this now or in the future. So one more deep breath in, and I will begin. Just a quick little cosmic tune-up. Everybody take another deep breath in and put your hand on your heart, a hand on your stomach. Take a deep breath and bring yourselves back home to you, to say yes to you. You got this. Mwah.
Thank you very much.
Peace.
Thank you. Thank you. What a great way to end the evening. Yeah,
Thank
just
you.
Peace, comfort. Becky, I am just as happy that we met, that you and I have many things to do together yet. Okay. I know this. All right.
Thank you so much.
Including getting out of jail in Cancun together, so that's
I've had experiences, so yeah, but no, I haven't been in jail, but
right. I hear you. No, that was awesome. Thank you. I felt it. It felt good. It was healing. Thank you so much for doing
Thank
that
you.
and
Oh
letting
yeah, I
things,
felt the peace. It just was, everything was up. It just, whew.
Yep. So with
Just
all
send you
that
off a
being
little
said,
peace
folks, I will, what's that?
Send you off a little peace in your heart tonight.
That's it.
That's
And
what
I
I'm
will
all
tell
about. You small
everybody,
hearts.
I'm going to tell everybody, take what you want.
Yep.
Leave what you don't. It's okay. We promise you. But leave having experienced some peace, love, and light.
Love it.
Bangarang. Go get them. What you put out, you're going to get back. Have a great time.
Thanks, everyone.